comments.
Yeah, welcome back to the Bridge Podcast. We in the building. And like I said, we just gonna kind of get right to it because I think it is something that just happened, with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, right? A lot of problems have been created, I think, because of this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think all this stuff always ends up being divisive, which is always part of the problem. But then it's like this outrage that comes with this, right? Where I think in our community, when people who aren't like us experience what we've experienced historically, there's this call for action from us. And I don't think that it's not that we don't want to take action, and I think it's being misinterpreted like we don't care, because it's not that we don't, because I don't think anybody deserves that. That's just my opinion. I don't think that he deserved that.
At all.
But when I hear people say he got killed for having a difference in opinion, I always go, that's quite interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, I've had to see a lot of people who look like me die for having a different opinion.
Right.
So it's not that I don't care. It's not that I'm for it because I dislike it. I just don't want to see that. I think that it sucks that the world had to be exposed to that in a sense. But it's just the reality of the America we live in. And I think it's touching people who don't look like us now. And it's giving them a glimpse into like what our story has been historically.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I'll let y'all roll with it a little bit. Because like I said, it's tricky. And like I said, by any way, shape, or form, this is not meant to offend anybody.
At all.
It's just opinions. This is how we feel. And like I said, there's no disrespect in this. It's just conversation.
Right, because I heard he did a lot of good. Like he goes and talks to colleges and gives everyone a chance to talk. And like I said, I don't know too much about him. I didn't even know what his name was. I didn't know who he was. But, we were on social media.
Right.
And then my timeline, a couple of my people just liked him.
Right.
Because they think that what he stood for, he thought he was racist to the black community. And I see a lot of people going back and forth with that. I never charm him because, like I said, like I could get too craps about the politics. Like I just never get into the politics. But I don't think anyone should ever have their life taken like that.
Right.
And from what I heard, the guy that shot him was
22-year-old kid.
Was he trans or?
He wasn't anything.
I thought someone told me he
was
gay.
A sheriff. Wasn't any of that. Just 22-year-old young man.
So yeah, so that's just sad.
White young male.
Yeah,
right.
So
yeah, that's what's being reported. I'm sure investigation is still ongoing. So more information I'm sure will come over time.
Yeah.
So
and even if you have a reason, I still don't think you should take it that far because, like I said, everyone has a freedom of speech to say what they want to say, whether you like it or not.
Right.
Like sometimes you gotta deal. Like sometimes I don't like. You might not like what I say.
Right.
You might not like. I'm not gonna go and kill someone, but I just think that's just crazy, man. Like for that to happen, especially when he's giving people an opportunity to speak their mind.
Yeah.
So I don't know so much if he was giving people the right to speak. He had some very harsh words about black women, about black men. As far as I know, the rallies he held at colleges, they had a very negative racial undertone to all of them.
That's
when he did hold the rallies with the kids. I don't know. Just it wasn't. I don't see too much positive in him. But again, I didn't follow him. Right. But for my own karma, for my own faith, I don't wish any harm on anybody.
Neither.
Right. So that extends to him.
Yeah.
Right. For sure.
But there's definitely it comes a point where you have to understand that there's consequences for your words and for your actions.
Right.
So not saying that his consequence was fair or just, but it was definitely he definitely used wording that excited.
Yeah. It pissed people off. Yeah. Right? Like whether you regardless, like he pissed people off with things he was saying. Right. And it wasn't just black people that he pissed off clearly.
Yeah.
Because he was not killed by a black person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it was other people from other cultures who felt that way, right? And like I said, a lot for and a lot against. And like I said, for me, I always say, like, I think for being black men and women, I like my racism in my face. Mm-hmm. I like to know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I want to know. I don't like that sneaking around closet, doing this dirty stuff behind me. Tell me what I'm dealing with. Because if you don't rock with me, that's cool.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right? You don't have to mess with me. And whatever. You know what I mean? I don't agree. I've never heard a great reason to be racist.
Right.
Right? But whatever. You know what I'm saying? At least I know what I'm dealing with. And I just know to stand clear.
But I think what was more interesting than just than him was the way that the media, before they found out who it was, the media was saying things like, whoever it is, they need to be hung, they need the death penalty.
Yeah.
Right? But then once they found the boy and it was a 22-year-old white male, then it was we prayed
everything transferred.
So that was real interesting, and it was also interesting how like 5 HBCUs had to go on lockdown,
right,
because of threats after this happened.
Yeah. Right.
So the way that it still trickles down to us is
crazy. I mean, go ahead.
When you look at it, a lot of like shootings like this don't involve black people.
Nah, I want to say we had the one brother who was sniping for us from DC. DC
sniper, but like when you go
it's typically not us.
Yeah, when you go back to school shootings or any type of assassinations, it normally doesn't come from our race.
Well, I think when you connect those type of things with our community, it's kind of, it always comes with some kind of negative impact in our community, right? So it's like you have people who react. You got people hunting cops because of the injustices they feel like is happening in our community.
Right.
So now they're literally attacking cops. Some like great cops, right? Yeah. Because not all cops are bad, right? There's a lot of good 100%. Ones too. But it's like when you're dealing with this constant struggle, you don't get to worry about who's good or who's bad.
Not to switch subjects.
Go ahead, you're good.
But what was the name of the cop? He was the good cop. He goes to the low privileged. What's her?
I don't even know.
That cop who got arrested for domestic violence.
Really?
Yeah, but he goes to underprivileged
neighborhoods,
and he gives out stuff, and he does
around
like
here?
Checks and no, not around.
Yeah.
But you guys didn't really.
No, I didn't catch that.
Oh yeah, and then he just got domestic violence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which I think it's.
And so now he's held on no bail.
Right, and that's a whole nother. That's just a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with.
He backhanded his wife in the chest.
Right, but I'm saying like it's
right there.
That job. No, I'm seriously though, but like that job. Not the way she did it.
I'm not laughing at
right.
Just her.
Yeah,
but she did. That's how he did it, and she had bruises on her chest.
But like I think it's like with them. And like I said, it sucks. I was just having this conversation because when you're in the police department or fire department, there's no room for you to have mental issues.
Right.
You just lose your job. Right? Like I think to my knowledge, I was talking to somebody or like if a fireman, a firewoman says they need like therapy or counseling, I think it's like 6 months where they can't
work.
No. Like it's not like they don't fire you, but it's like, no, you need to go. Which I can't say that's a bad thing or a good thing.
Yeah, because if you're coming to put the fire out of my house and then you have a trigger.
I need you to be right. But I'm saying is that it's creating a fear.
Yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of people are feeling like they're going to lose their job. Which is, that's at the city level. That's a city problem because you're afraid to go talk to the police chief, the fire chief, because like, all right, well, we got to do this. And it's like, if you're supposed to be going to get help so you can keep your job. But by telling, most people feel like they're going to lose it. So we have these people who are building up with, like I said, all the shootouts, the stabbings, just all the crazy things that can happen.
You think that cop had mental health issues?
No, I'm not saying I don't know. I'm just saying it opens the door for the conversation because clearly there's other things going on there. Right? He's 100% wrong for what he did. There's no room for that.
Right?
Mm-hmm. But also it's like, I'm not absolving you. But in you, whatever consequences, you earned it. I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah.
But there's clearly some mental stuff probably there because you just see it with a lot of people, unfortunately, who have traumatic experiences.
Or you
it's a high stress job. Maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so. And like I said, all of it's on the table. I can't sit here and say
we need to turn the TV off.
No, we're good.
Are you guys okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm saying like
you guys distracted.
we're fine. I'm not distracted. No, but I'm saying like for me, I guess that's the psychology in me.
Right.
Like it's like what else is going on here, right? Because you see some situations that start out good and then it turns into that. So it's like what happened. What triggered it?
Yeah.
What what stressors are you dealing with that makes you think that was even okay in the first place?
But I think all cops or people in that type of field have some type of mental. They see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's just like being in war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you see a lot of stuff. So I think there is.
You're different.
Yeah.
You're different. I don't care what nobody say. Like from being in combat, I'll never be the same.
Right.
I just won't. And that's something I had to like learn to accept. Yeah. I'm not saying I can't heal. I'm not saying that, but it's like it alters you.
Right.
You look at, even if you're in a good place, you just look at things differently. Because you're so trained to look for.
You can't unsee this.
No,
right.
But you're so trained to look for problems. When you've been at this heightened level for so long, you don't just come home and turn that off. You don't just come home and like, all right, I'm out now. It's cool. Nah, you still out at lunch with your wife or with your friends. You still looking for the threat.
Charlie.
Yes, you're looking for that problem.
You might rest someone. He might be out, and you might see.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so if you had to be in a gun-related incident as an officer, you've been shot at or you've been shot, we're fool to think you weren't impacted by that.
Right.
Now, there's nothing that says you can't return to full duty, right? Yeah. But it's like there's a psychological process that you probably need to go to get you back. I think at that point they're going to make you do something. Yeah. But then that comes down to somebody being honest, which goes back to my point of, well, I'm going to be honest if I lose my job. So I'm going to say I'm okay.
Yeah.
That's like, I saw somebody post, a nurse back east posted something about Charlie Park. And I guess it was in a negative way. So someone screenshot that and sent it to the superintendent. Now she's being under investigation and might lose her job. So like you were saying, like, how is that right when you have the freedom of speech? But they were like, we don't condone that here.
Well, typically in education, though,
you can't.
You're trying to keep that out of that space.
Yeah.
Right? So, and even if you are approaching politics, like you have government that I think everybody has to take before you graduate. Yeah. And I always say, like, Mr. Hicks, who was my teacher, he did such a good job of just giving us the information from both sides. Like, you couldn't guess what side of it he was on because his responsibility was to like give you everything to help you make an educated choice for yourself, right? Which is something that I don't think happens anymore.
He might be still there. Is he still there?
I want to say he probably is, but I think that's kind of the flaw with the system in that sense. Yeah. But like I said, it's when you're doing something to influence, I have a problem with that in the space of kids, right? It's like working at a Catholic school. Not everybody at a Catholic school is a believer in Christ, right?
Yeah.
But you have this space here where I can educate it about it because you're going to get educated about it. You go to a Catholic school, right? You're going to take a theology class, right? Yeah. But like my presentation to you is everything. Because if I demonize you for not being Catholic, and the whole point is to win people over to Catholicism, you ain't doing that. You're working against yourself now. Yeah. Because all you're telling me is I'm going to hell, you're this, or Muslim, or whatever you are is terrible. You know what I mean? Like it's a conversation.
In a Catholic school and you're not Catholic,
but
stressful in itself.
It could be.
I went to Catholic school. I wasn't Catholic.
Right, but my thing is, I'm not right. But my thing is just
I wasn't stressed.
Whether it's Pennsylvania, whether it's California, whether it's New York, not everybody goes to them schools for that.
Yeah.
When it's a Catholic school, it's a good chance there's a lot of kids there because they're very talented.
Yep.
And this is a safer space for you to operate, right? Some kids are getting out of bad neighborhoods and they're going to the safe school where they get good education. Yep. Maybe they have good athletic programs, right? It's to help set them up for success. But because of that, because maybe you can run a football or you can shoot a basketball, they might, we only got 500, 600 kids in some of these schools, right? Yeah. So it's like, it's a process of we have to be competitive in what we're doing too. But you still can't come there and not be open to the Catholic part of it.
Yep. Yeah.
Right. So it's you should be open because it's just learning.
Right.
Right. Like I grew up in a Christian church, Baptist church, but it's like I still listen to what what's happening when I'm on a Catholic school campus.
Yeah.
Right. And I just heard like Father Eric talk about how like we're all following this Christian faith. We haven't learned how to really work together though. Mm-hmm. Right. It's like so divisive in everything now where it's like we can't even, we're all here trying to help kids. So there's a space for you to talk about what you have and what you learn from what your faith is, and the space for me to talk about mine. But it's all in the effort to help people, not to, no, you can't do that. You should do this.
So that wasn't was that what Charlie was trying to do? Give people the space to talk about their issues?
No.
It doesn't. No. Like I said, it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah.
I just don't know enough. So I don't want to speak out of turn, right? It just doesn't feel that way. But like I said, we have to be able to take in who's telling us the information, right? So like that's one thing I learned in college. It's like you have to research the researcher. It's not enough just to go, I heard this. It's like a kid saying,
if you go on YouTube, you'll see all of his clips.
Right. But I'm saying it's like a kid saying, I learned this on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what point of view is it coming from though? Yeah. Who is the person? Do they have an agenda? Like all that stuff factors into everything. So as I said, when I'm speaking on Charlie Kirk's situation, I'm treading lightly, not because I'm afraid to say what I want to say. I just don't have all the things put together to speak educated enough on like his point of view on things. Yeah. I know, like I said, I know a lot of people loved it. I know a lot of people hate it. For me, the sticking point with me with a lot of this stuff is that I think in our society, we weaponize, in this particular situation, we're weaponize Christianity. We've become real good in American culture at taking a scripture and fitting it to our narrative without proper context, right? So it's like reading scripture. I always say like the method of reading scripture is I'm going to read 10 before and 10 after. So I can put this in proper context.
But I think his goes deeper than that.
No, I'm saying that I'm saying it does. And I'm not saying this, I'm not saying what you're saying is not true. Yeah. None of that. I'm not even contesting any of that because I've seen some things he said that weren't cool.
Yeah. And it really, I mean, I don't know. I'm not deep into his politics. I know he was on a different side than me, than a lot of the views that I believe in, but I don't even really care about that. It's just more about his view on black women, his view on black men, his view on our race.
Yeah.
For me, it's just for him to outwardly say that he has nothing.
Right.
He meant nothing good for me, so I don't wish him bad, but I'm definitely not going to sit on the tone. Of, I'm going to research him because it's much what I saw that directly came out of his mouth stage was enough for me to say, like, me digging any deeper is only going to give me a negative tone about him, and for what, he's not here. Like,
but like I said,
rest in peace at the end of the day.
Right, but like I said, I don't care for you, but I don't wish you death.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I might not care for what you're saying, but you didn't deserve that.
Yeah. 100%.
Right? Right? Yeah. Even if it is, you're doing hate speech. Like, I'm not wishing that on you. Yeah. Right? I just don't, like, stay over there with that.
Yeah.
Right?
I think they're definitely trying to desensitize us, though. Because
the
fact that
we already are.
But the fact that was even shown, like, the way that they showed that was crazy.
But I'm saying, like, we've been desensitized. We just been desensitized to us.
Right.
Yeah.
We're always on the TV when it's us stuff. Right? Whether it be George Floyd or a million other situations where we've seen things happen to us. You watch MLK get assassinated. You watch Malcolm X get assassinated, right? Like, we've seen all these things historically on TV, right? Emmett Till, right? Like, all these things have been on TV, in the newspaper. Like, they made sure we had the display of this.
Right.
So, like, even whether it's Charlie Kirk, whether it's a black man, it doesn't hit like it should because they've given it to us so much that we are desensitized to it. The reaction is not what it should be, period, from anybody, because we see it so much on TV. Like, that's the problem I have. It's like, and like I said, because at the end of the day, you got news stations, it's ratings.
Right.
If they air it and I got to air it, I got to show my viewers this, right? It's not even, to me, it's not even, and that's what I said, like, and that's on everybody. That's not on a particular group, whether it's Fox, whether it's CNN or MSNBC, whatever. Everybody's showing that. Because once one person put it up, we all got to put it up. Or TMZ got it up, now we got to put it up. Now we can't just go talk about it. We got to show it to you.
Yeah.
Right? We got to put it out there because it's out there.
Well, that's what's wrong with the news. Like, there's really nothing positive in the news nowadays.
The weather.
Huh?
The weather.
Even that ain't accurate.
And that ain't positive most of the time. Right. Sometimes there's tornadoes, hurricanes, and
we get rainy days and days you told me it wasn't gonna rain. Right. You know, so it's like we are jaded though. I think, and it's something when I speak to kids, I'd always tell them I tell kids when you see something on Instagram, for example, right, and it's some clickbait or just some crazy photo. The first place you're gonna go is the comments. Yep. Why? Because everybody talking crazy in the comments, and it's not people saying good things. You're looking for them wild comments. People talking trash. Yep. That's how we are programmed, right? Like you said, when you watch the news, are they talking about good deeds? No, they're dumping on somebody. And I don't care what side of the track you on with it. Yep. It's not like you have a couple people here and there who are just like down the middle. Yeah. Right? Like just want to give people the opportunity to speak their piece. But it's far few in between. That's the norm. I mean, that's the minority. It's not the culture.
Yeah. Breakfast Club.
Fair enough. But they allow everybody to come up there and speak their piece. Just shout them all out. It's a great show. Shout out. I'm shouting them all out. Because it's like they allow people to come up and spread their views and they have good conversation about politics. She's a fan. She's a fan, and that's all good. I walk with them, but I'm saying like Breakfast Club. Oh man, Eddie. Yeah. Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, just hilarious.
I'm gonna have to listen.
Lauren Rosa, it's a good show.
Send him a link.
I'm gonna have to we'll get it right. We'll get it right.
I don't watch it often either.
But like I said, it's the.
I watch it every morning.
I look at social media, all that stuff like. It's like talking to kids, man. It's like almost like people doing stuff to fit in. Right. People doing stuff for views. You might not even necessarily feel that way. It's just going to drive people to whatever your content. Right? Like it's so much about that in society. Right? And then we wonder why the kids are jacked up. Yeah. Right? It's like, why do they do it? Look what's happening. Right? Like I was just telling kids, I said, I always ask the girls this in class. I said, when a girl takes a photo, right, that she posts, how many photos did she actually take before she posted that one photo? A lot of girls, the number was always between like 10 and 15.
I don't know. Nowadays, they could just take that one photo.
No, but see, you're ahead of me. You're ahead of me because that's the whole point. After they took them 15 pictures for that one, then they go filter the picture, right? Because we're looking for the attention from it all, right? Whereas I tell the young boys, and I said, you're a guy. I always say it's guy code. As a kid, if a guy can't take the joke, do we stop telling jokes or do we typically tell more jokes? We tell way more jokes, right? But it's not because he can't take it. It's because the laughter that we're getting that's gaslighting us and keeping us going because of the attention we get from continuously making fun of this person. Right, so you being emotional just kept me going, but the real laughter is the thing that pushed me over the top. Yeah, because now they're reacting to my jokes, and I got the room, so I want to keep the room, right? And so, like I said, we've created this environment with our children, but it's like society is very much that way. The bigger social media and all these other platforms get, the more and more people are looking for those.
Well, I think we left that hole in our kids where they need that attention.
Yeah. So, and that comes into raising them.
Every kid isn't telling jokes trying to get that attention.
No.
Every kid isn't trying to be the star in the room. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that's just where parenting.
Very much parenting. Yeah. Because
kids are trying
they're not hearing that it's okay to not be that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Like you said, the kid that
are that.
Yeah, but I said the kid
where's your validation coming from?
Right, but said the kid that don't want it, it's like it's cool that you don't want it. You don't gotta want it. Right? Because that has no bearing, and that's my whole point with the kids was what bearing does that have on your success? Right? Like there's but I'm saying like to get a job, you need to stand out. Yeah. Right? But for the right reasons. Because you're capable of doing the work. Personality, skill set are the two things that have to fit, right? They have to like who you are and they have to like what you're capable of and where you can grow into.
But if they don't, it's okay.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that you just
don't fit there.
Right.
Right.
And so that's where it's just like, you know.
I'm saying, so going back to because it goes back to the point you're just making. Like, it's okay to not fit in there.
Yeah, you have to be taught that.
Like it's cool.
Yeah.
Like you probably need to fit out.
Yeah.
Right, because
social taken advantage of.
Because I tell kids all the time. I'm like, when I ask kids, when I speak, I say, how many of you are in social groups and you still feel like you're by yourself. And it's astonishing how many kids raise their hand.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Like, you know you don't fit, but you'd rather be attached to that than to walk alone because you don't feel like you should do that. When it's like the strength you're showing by saying, I'm cool with not being over there because I know I don't fit there, you don't have it. But like that's how we're shaped.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I don't really think that's how we're shaped. I just kind of feel like that's because somebody hasn't helped instill that confidence.
Right, but I'm saying like,
you know what I mean?
You're saying, and I get what you're saying by saying that's not how we're shaped, but I'm saying like,
because you feel lonely or you feel
right,
you're with a group of people who you still feel lonely. Well, that's something in you.
No, for sure.
You still feel lonely, and I mean, I think it goes all the way back to when 4-year-olds say, "I'm bored." Like, what do you mean you're bored?
Yeah.
Go in the room and find something. Like, learn to love yourself. Learn to be enough for you.
Yeah.
And I think some of that gets lost with like early dating with kids.
Yeah.
A lot of different things where they're able to lean on something else to give them that gratification instead of sitting in there ugly, like little girls with makeup. Like, why are we letting them wear makeup at 13, 14 and not making them gain the comfortability about themselves and say, I'm beautiful regardless. You know? So I just think it goes real deep.
Something I don't mess around with the makeup with my daughter. Don't put that stuff on.
No foundation?
No nothing.
She's 5.
She's 5, and then I come to the house the one time, and she with her cousins, and look at her. Go get a wet wipe or the makeup wipe.
Yeah, get that off.
Take that off. We're not
just playing, Eddie.
Nah, we don't play like that.
We're not playing like that, because then she's going to think like it's okay because they all wear it.
Don't play like that. Don't act
13,
like that.
14, 15, and they all wear it, and then now she thinks just because her older cousins could wear it, she could wear it. No.
Right. That ain't the move.
It's not the move. Like, she can't.
It's not the move.
I can't be raising her to think that she needs it and she doesn't need it.
It's a time and a place.
Yeah.
This just ain't the time or the place.
She's too young.
Right now.
When
5 years old.
she's in college or something and she want to experience.
So we trying to pump that.
Her mom.
We trying to pump it up. Because we trying to pump it up.
Because her mom don't wear makeup.
But see, we trying to pump it up.
But she's not her mom.
Like, let her go ahead.
No,
hell no.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm gonna bring her lip gloss.
She has that. She has lip gloss. Gets her nails done.
I'm just saying we should let, especially young girls, get through that stage. Then by the time you allow them to wear makeup, 16, 17, whatever age that is, they're not even going to be that interested in it. Or if they are, they're going to be using it because it's something to enhance, not something to cover.
So would you say what you're talking about is like control?
What do you mean?
Like trying to control too much will give you bigger problems later.
Explain it deeper.
Like, so there has to be a compromise, right? I'm saying I don't want you to do none of this. But at the same time, I don't want you to get to the point where you can do it and you're doing too much because you've been denied it.
I think it's more of like, like with makeup, it's when young girls want to wear makeup, it's, oh, well, I want to, one, it makes you look older.
Right.
And then when you're young, you're going through puberty.
Right.
You have all that. So a lot of times you want to cover that up. Well, covering that's never going to end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the worse your face gets, the more, it just creates more of an issue, and it's more of, now you can't go outside unless you have your makeup on.
Right.
At 14 and 15, you have a long life of putting makeup on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And you haven't went to that stage of building the confidence of, I'm beautiful.
So that's why I tell her every day, you're very beautiful, that you don't need the makeup to make you look any more beautiful.
Yeah.
But at 16, 17, I mean, you built that.
Right.
You built that. So at this point, it's like, hopefully you're dealing with a young lady who has enough respect for herself. Because you're teaching her to have the respect for herself.
Yes. Right.
So it's nothing but enhancing. It's not like, I need this to be beautiful. No boy can tell her, why didn't you wear your makeup today? Or you don't look the same without your makeup, right? And hurt her confidence.
Right. Yeah. But like I said, that's just a hard balance to get. Because like I said, it's like the influence of teenagers is unreal.
It's just a no. It's not a hard balance.
No. What I'm saying is like they got to go out that house,
right?
Right. Regardless of what we taught them, it takes time to like. Not every kid is strong enough to deal with that. What's out there, like it takes time to adjust to that. And so it's like this is the easiest part for him as a father. You know why? Because she ain't experienced enough.
Yeah.
So he's trying to. Like, and I said, I get it because I got a daughter too. So it's like, you're trying to put it in their head now because it's like, you know, it's coming.
Yeah.
You know, she's going to be on that high school campus one day. And there's going to be somebody that says something that she don't like. And the real work happens then.
Yeah.
But you laid the foundation. But it's like the reinforcement of the foundation becomes pivotal in high school.
Yeah, but you being there is it's
impactful.
Yeah, because the thing is, it doesn't matter what another man says to her. My dad said it was okay. It doesn't matter if another guy says, "Oh, I don't like your shirt." I don't care. My dad does. Right? It doesn't matter. It's like if he won't give her a ride somewhere, it doesn't matter. My dad will get me a car. Yep. Like that's how females feel about like you're like her. She's
the safety net.
You're like you're the strength.
Yeah.
Right? You're the strength behind her. So there's no other man who's gonna tell her, who has no reason to tell her anything wrong. But you, you're the only man in her life who will get no benefit from telling her anything wrong. And as she grows up and you tell her that'd be more and more impactful, because that's the truth. Any other man who meets her can be getting a benefit from
they can be gone.
Yeah.
As much as you like them or they like you, it doesn't have to work out, unfortunately, right? Like all things don't.
They can see you.
I am here.
They can see her fail, and it might benefit them a little bit. And it's okay. Well, it's worth. Nothing is worth your daughter failing.
Right. Yeah. Well, because like you said, because now you're dealing with men or boys, whatever at whatever age she's at, and like I said, then you're dealing with narcissistic stuff. Like people will weigh on you, like you said, for their benefit. Right, because it's like I'm saying, so I'm creating a problem, but I'm telling you you're the problem.
Yeah,
and so like you said, all those things are important. So like I said, I know your father. So I know how he was about like, hey man, don't worry about that. Like we good over here, because you good. We taught you right. You know right. You just gotta apply it.
It's also about you make sure you have it, because can't no man do to you what you don't allow.
Right, but because that too. Fathers always teach their daughters to be independent. Right, so like what you're talking about, the value of father.
Well, most because you told us a story about your friend. And
that was like half the pot.
Yeah, they don't want independence.
No, but I'm saying like you have, and I've seen it in both genders, right? Like whether it's a boy with mommy or daddy issues or a girl with mommy or daddy issues, it's gonna play out in their relationships. It always does.
Right.
When you don't have that solid foundation, and like I said, it doesn't take two parents to be together, just parenting together. Yeah. And when that's broken, the kid is going to break down somewhere. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, I have a friend who's going through the same type stuff. Like you feeling this way, your ex-wife feeling this way, y'all can't meet in the middle nowhere, and then this kid's going through what they're going through. But you can't even get on the same page and you're expecting your child to figure it out. No, it's not likely, unfortunately.
That's why it's better if one just ain't there sometimes.
Maybe so. but my thing is, even in those situations, benefit for whether it was me, you, or anybody else.
Turmoil out of their
yes, but also the village, which we don't have anymore. Right. So if I see Elise messing around, I get at her, and he not mad at me. He happy I got at her.
100%.
He not gonna be like, "Why are you talking to my daughter like that?" He gonna be like, "What did she do?"
Yep.
She was messing up. I checked her, whatever. I'm gonna tell him right away anyway. And she know that. You know what I mean? So she gonna tighten up. Or like, I seen your pops when I was a kid. Hey man, what is you doing?
Pull your pants up.
I'll go talk to Nona and Jesse right now though. Right? Or even just people just seeing us outside. Just say, hey, what's up? But they really saying we see y'all.
Yeah.
To just keep you on your square. Where it's like now you have a generation of parents like, don't be talking to my kid, don't be telling my son, don't be telling my daughter. So we don't have village, because the village is the reinforcement. I always say two of the biggest drug dealers I knew growing up were two of the strongest people that kept me right.
Yeah.
Like they kept me on my A game. Like, nah man, listen, you want some money, we keep some money. Right? Like go to school, go keep shooting that basketball, like, hey, this is good stuff. This over here ain't worth all that. Your mom and dad telling you right, because you're looking for quick solutions for problems when you're a teenager, right? Yeah. I ain't got no money like that. I just try to get some money real quick, not even thinking about the consequences for real. Even though you've been taught, but it's somebody else reinforcing that conversation. Like, hey man, okay, play that game you want to, but when you get locked up, don't call here. You'll sit down. You'll just be there. It's like, so. My thing is that when we give our kids information so that when they hear it, it's not the first time outside the house that they heard it. Right? So like I said, me and Ben used to come sit in the barbershop all the time, right? Like hey, you can do this. You don't need your mom to do that. You can tell me what you want. You can go point to this board. and then you can conversate with me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just like any man, just like building those things up that you're already hearing it. Right? Because I know your uncles, I know your friends, I know you're getting this, but it's like now it's somebody who making it all make sense. Like, damn, my uncle told me that.
Right.
My granddad told me that. So, like I said, it's the village that makes the kid powerful, in my mind. Right? It's like, no, we empower our children, but it's like that reinforcement from community really pushes them to that space where they really like, I got it. Like, I really get it. Because, like I said, you going to tell her that. But did she hear me say, at least you don't need that?
Yeah.
You already great. Right? But, like, I deal with kids now where when I tell them that, it's like, it's unfortunately, the first time they've heard it. I'm dealing with young girls. I'm talking to them like, man, what's wrong with you? Like, you don't need that.
Yeah.
You strong enough to do this. It's like, well, I try to tell them, and they don't really want to. It's heartbreaking to hear a kid say their parent didn't listen to them, or they didn't allow them to be upset or hurt. It's like, you just got to figure it out. Well, you do, but right, like, we need to understand what's going on, though, right? Which kind of was like the conversation we had before we started about like black and white, gray area. Right, it's like we got to find that space. Not everything can be in the gray area, right? Some things just are.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I think things are black and white, and I think that there's explanations to it.
Yeah.
But it's still black or white. Like, people say, well, neither one of us has to be right or wrong. No, somebody's right and somebody's wrong.
Right.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
You have to be grown enough to say, you know what, I'm wrong.
But two things can't be
you're
true.
Right. And can you be pregnant or not pregnant?
That's like very matter of fact. That's a very black and white thing, though. But I'm saying, like, it's
like what?
But just even with how somebody feel, right? Like, me and you can feel differently, but neither one of us are wrong for the way we feel.
I mean, but feel about what?
I don't know. Maybe we had an interaction and he was upset and I got upset. Or maybe he didn't think I should be upset and I was.
Right.
Well, I mean, we can disagree in politics, but if you base it off of racism, well, then we can't disagree.
That's a set. So but to the point,
you can be a Republican, I could be a Democrat,
right?
But if you stand by what Charlie Kirk said and his stance on it, we can't be friends because
I get that.
So for me,
but I'm saying,
I believe he's a Republican.
I believe so, but I'm saying my whole point is that. No, and that's what I said. Like, there are things that are black and white.
Yeah.
Right. Like, if you're racist or you promote that, no, I don't got nothing for you. That's just it.
Right.
That's a very matter of fact thing for most people of the culture, any culture.
Yeah.
Right. Same thing about a Mexican dude in here. You say you want to mess with them, he not gonna rock with you either. She not gonna rock with you either. Like, it's like there's certain things that are.
Yeah.
Just like that's just what it is. So like I said, I get it. I just don't think everything is that way. A lot of things are, but I think there are spaces where it's like, especially when you're dealing with people, you can see both sides of it.
Yeah.
Right. So like you said, you live in a home where it's like y'all just operating that. And
like if my kid does something and he knows he shouldn't be doing it, but like they always use this thing like if my kid was out late at night, and he snuck out or something, and he wasn't supposed to be there, but something went wrong. Right. What they call you. Right. I'm not gonna be mad if you call me. Well, no, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be mad, but I'm still gonna come get you.
Right.
So we're not gonna deviate from you're wrong and these were right. But that shouldn't. I don't think that should.
Well, I think maybe you're interpreted as there's no consequences because you told me. Because it's like when I was the dean of students, right? It's like you're still gonna get dealt with, right? But because you were honest, maybe there's a balance in how I can deal with you. Maybe I don't need to go extreme because I don't want you to not tell me when you do something stupid or something. I want to know.
Yeah.
Right. No different. You talking to. It's like if I overreact to my son, do I shut him down where he don't talk to me no more? But do I say I appreciate you talk to me? There's still gonna be consequences.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like we're gonna maybe alter how severe it is because at least you were honest with me. Because I love you, I'm still going to work with you through it, but you're not getting out of this for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way in hell. Yeah. Because the real world's not going to do that to you. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, you still might go to jail, but you can still get a lighter sentence.
But that's how some parents...
No, I know, but I'm saying,
But
I think it's that fear factor.
Because it's like, I shouldn't have to tell. My thing is like, and maybe that's because I was a single mom for so many years, so you just get tired of repeating yourself.
Right.
But we're not going to keep having the same issue
right.
over the same things. And I'm taking your phone right now and I'm taking your computer next week and you're going to be grounded next week. And we're not going to keep doing that because that's also what society's not going to do. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you and you're going to listen. And if you don't, then you're in trouble. Yeah. And I'm not beating you or going above and beyond where, you don't have a choice but to tell me. Right. I think kids just have a lot of choices these days.
Too many.
True.
There's a lot of choice, and it's just like, I have to hold you accountable. I'm holding you accountable, and I'm teaching you. You're smart enough to be held accountable,
right?
And you know what you're doing. I don't know if I'm dealing with. If I know that what I instilled, if I know that it's an issue that I have putting down to my child, so I know that there's no way they could have got it, then I have more leeway. But if it's something that I know that I put it in you, then.
But see, I'm so glad you're saying this because I think this kind of reinforces what I'm trying to say because you have amazing sons for the way you raised them, right? But somebody can take that approach and they not have amazing kids, right? So that's why I said like there's this like gray area of like what's actually right, which ultimately I think it comes down to knowing your child.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's.
But when do you know your child?
It takes.
Started when my kids were a baby.
Right? So. No, I'm saying like you play a big role in their foundation.
Yeah.
So like a lot of who you are is in them. Mm-hmm. So that gives you the leg up because you know what you're putting in them because that's what you got.
Exactly.
But they grow, they evolve, they start forming their own views and different things. And so it's not that I change that I consequences. Right? I'm still gonna do those things, but I have to learn this person.
Right.
Right? It's like your son's in the military becoming a man, right? At some point, he's going to walk into a somewhat of a different version of himself. Like the core of him is who he is, but he's just growing into a man, right? Just different interests, different things that come about now, right? Like I have kids, same thing. My nephew, military, is like you're a different version than when you was living here,
right?
And I have to show respect to that. Now, when things happen, I'm gonna deal with you, but I'm gonna deal with you like a man gonna deal with you, right? But I'm also taking into account who you are because I need you to get the consequences to your actions. So I have to deliver in a way that you understand it. Because a lot of the times, I think we get caught up in what we're saying and the lack of misinterpretation that we can get. Some people don't understand it, right? And so, like, I'm kind of like you, where I don't want to be explaining stuff, but we came up in an era where it was like, do it. Why? Because I fucking told you to.
Yeah.
Because I'm your parent. It's respect that's going to be given. But my thing is that because we grew up where, think about it, if you came over here like as a kid, we was all kicking it, and you was talking to me about getting your ass whipped, we can relate.
Yeah.
Because that's what society was. Yeah. But it's not that anymore. Right? So now, it's not that it doesn't happen still, because parents still do it, but it's like people look at it differently now.
You know what my son told me the other day? Amir.
Oh boy.
I said, I was talking about one of his cousins, and I said, why does this cousin feel like that they could do this and get away with it, and this one is the same age, and they think that and they don't? He said, well, because one got beat and one didn't. And I said, I don't think they got beat. And he goes, no, Mom, they didn't get beat, but you know what I'm saying. And I said, oh, they got discipline.
Yeah, they got discipline. They got dealt with.
And he said, yeah. That's why.
And
so that was just interesting to me that even at 15 he saw because there's no consequences for the actions.
Because like I dealt with some kids I used to coach, right? It was got an older son who dad barked on him, he can't deal.
Yeah.
And he's a tough kid, but it's like something about with him and his dad, it ain't. But he do the same energy to the sister, and she can respond to that. Like he'll light her up, and she just want him to stop. So she gonna do what he was doing, whether it be in the personal life, whether it be on the court. Like she's gonna just fall in line. That's what gets her going, right? And so that's what I always said. Like we grew up in a baseline way of doing things. Like this is just the way we do it, right? Like, but like I don't think we understand there was different reactions from each kid to that stuff, right? So it's like it's like, for example, you taught, maybe you've seen it when you was there. Because I remember Margie had it in her classroom, was like, fair is not everybody getting the same thing. It's everybody getting what they need to be successful. Right? So is there always consequences for your actions? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's different because people need different stuff. But you ain't getting out of this. but I need an approach that's going to make you get it. And that's the hardest part of it.
Right.
Because we just have our way. And so, like I said, I'm from the black and white.
Yeah.
But like I have a lot of children because I'm very into somebody who had kids too. So I had to learn them, right? Their approach is the thing. I had to learn how to actually connect with them to get them to really accept what I was given. Because like my oldest daughter, she couldn't stand me at first.
Yeah.
But then as life started happening, and then things started happening to her, and then like mental health things came up, it was like, I don't want to talk to my mom. I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, our kids don't get as many chances. Our kids don't get as much empathy. Our kids, black and brown kids, sit in a classroom and they're acting up, and the white child's acting up. Who's going to get talked to first?
Sure.
That's the experiences that I get.
Right.
And so with that, I put the most into mine at home to make sure you understand how you're supposed to act the first time and all that, because once you walk outside, you're not getting that. Once you go into that classroom and you're used to mom giving you 5 chances and you be able to back talk me and all that, and you step in front of that teacher and the teacher's like,
shut it down.
Yeah, so it's just like, even though like I just don't feel like, unfortunately, our kids aren't allowed, our kids can be parented softer, but at the end of the day, they're still going to feel it one way or another.
Right.
So is there
society is, but I'm saying is like, to her point. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think we're not in disagreement.
No.
Right.
No, I don't think we're.
No, we're not in disagreement at all here. I'm just saying it's all comes down to approach.
Right. So is there a such thing as gentle parenting?
I think there's definitely
it's
definitely, but I don't think that. Now,
but everything's gentle parenting, or so it seems.
Nowadays,
gentle parenting is real new, so we'll see the benefit of gentle parenting.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me? We saw the effects of the kids in the 70s, when in the 90s.
Yeah.
We saw the effects of the 80s. What with us? With how many of us aren't taken care of? So we're going to see the gentle parenting in our generation with the kids in 20 years. Did they progress? Are they able to deal with the pressures of the real world? Because the soft parenting, the school, that whole system, that's only for 18 years. When you step out, your disability and the color of your skin, and whether you're male or female, is what is what is seen and what you're judged off of.
And like we're dealing, and this is the,
and it's the sad, like right
this
now,
what's going on
with Trump and everything, it's we would hope it gets better, but my son has got 3 years left, so he has to be prepared to walk into that world. As a young black man, right?
Yeah, and like I said, and I think it's in our community. I think we've always tended to be a little harsher because we knew how harsh the world was.
Yeah.
So it's about preparation.
Or maybe straightforward.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Fair enough. That's a better way to say that. It definitely
I think our parents were real lucky.
Yeah.
I think it's just.
Yeah. I never felt the lack of love.
Yeah.
Even with the discipline, right? Even with getting whooped, I never felt like they didn't care. I just understood like this happened because I did something.
Right.
Right. So like to the point you made earlier. And I tell people all the time, a kid who's messing up, if their parents are right, knows they're messing up. That's why there's consequences. Because I taught you better.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Right? Like I told you. So like I said, I had a friend who was going through the same thing. And like, we're talking about relationships and like, okay, you got a kid who wants to date. Right? Now they have rules in place for the child to date. Kid doesn't follow the rules. And I'm like, why though? It's like, I don't know. I'm like, you do know. If she knew the rules, you went over the rules, and she didn't tell you, why didn't she tell you? Because she 100% knew she was doing something she wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's why she kept her phone, right? And you're like, and it's that realization you start to set in, like, hey man, like these kids get it. Like if they know they can talk to you, why didn't they?
Yeah.
Because they knew there was something not right with what they were doing. And they didn't want to be told they couldn't do whatever they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Right? Because you did a good job. And that was my whole point. You raised her right. Doesn't mean they're not going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
But no, they're holding information because they know they're not doing something that's going to be seen as okay. Right? Because you did your job. And you have to accept that and understand it. So it's like, I think everybody goes through it as parents. Because it's like when you taught them right, you are kind of shocked sometimes when they do stuff.
Yeah, it's like I've heard parents say, well, my kids tell me everything. And in my mind, I'm like, well, then you're a horrible parent.
Man.
Because there's no way how I can tell you. You feel me? Because ain't no kid's perfect.
Right.
No.
right?
No such thing.
They didn't tell you everything they said on PlayStation 4.
Right.
On them headphones. They didn't tell you every text, right? If you
right.
through a phone, we're going to find something.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah. No, like I said, that's what I said. It's a complicated thing. That's what I said. It's us prepping them for what the world is. It's also having a village, right? People you can actually lean on, like, not necessarily lean on, but just they have your support when your kids are outside.
Yeah.
It's like, I know if they see my kid messing up, they're going to talk to my child. Right. And, for me, it's like, I think we get caught up in the fact that it's sometimes people we don't know. Mm-hmm. I say, like, hey, man, get off that street. And why are you yelling at my kid? Because he's about to get hit by a damn car. Right. And I didn't want to see a child I get hit. Didn't matter if I knew them or not. I wanted the kid to be safe. But you're mad because I raised my voice at the child.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad people out there.
No, it is. And society is so much crazier now. I understand this heightened sense of, like, who deals with my child.
And I think so many things that came. I mean, think about just in last time we got the Catholic Church. Right. Right? We got sex trafficking. We got Diddy, no Diddy.
That's a lot of stuff.
No, but seriously, like, there's a lot. And
but I think there's always been, I feel
some of those things happen to kids in our generation.
Yeah, sure.
So these are their parents or,
Right.
I know I have a lot of friends who were either molested or something as a child. Right. And to the point where when I hear it, it's just like, damn, I'm really I'm the norm.
Yeah.
When that should be when that should, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Oh no, I'm the abnormal.
Yeah, I'm
the abnormal.
You're the exception almost.
I'm the exception, because it's like, wow. So
like so many people have had this. Yeah.
Exactly. And so when you think about it like that, it's just like everybody with a smiling face doesn't.
Right. Well, it comes.
I told it. Oh, sorry.
I was smiling face.
I told a parent today. I have kids get to a certain age and they want to play like, oh, I'll tell you a secret, and they play secrets, right? Yeah. So I told the parent today. I said, I just from a parent standpoint, I just want to let you know that playing the secret game, you might want to just make sure you instill in her that we never keep secrets from mom or dad. Yeah. I said, because as she gets older and starts going to preschool, regular school, and just around other people, there could be some adults who play on that. Yeah. Using it, and he just kind of looked at me. And I'm like, do you hear me? And he was like, I don't know where she got that from. And I'm like, no, it's normal. Yeah. It's normal for kids to play like that.
Well, there's a lot of stuff too, like on the games, like Roblox and stuff like that. I see a lot of predators like on Roblox. And
for sure.
And they're getting at these kids, and a lot of people, parents, are not monitoring that stuff. Yeah. Now, and even like in my family, can I have some Roblox money? I'm like, no, I'm not buying no Roblox money.
I have a friend who's 14-year-old blackmailed on the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'll tell you about Alpha Camera.
Like Roblox is like.
No, you gotta be mindful of that stuff. Like that's one thing I say about Miles. Like he'll want to watch YouTube with her. Yeah. He'd be like, can you come watch? Which I'm always happy about that because I'm like, it's just an easy way for her to see what he be into. Yeah. Or so I always. Tap it, or when I go in, I might just pop in his room and he like see what he's doing. Yeah. So you just gotta be aware because, like I said, it's just getting progressively worse. What's out there? Like I was telling somebody, like, we talk about all the time. Like Miles, I never walked to school.
Right, we walk to school all the time.
He can't. Like I can't trust that. Like all the trafficking and stuff. Like kids are getting snatched up. Crazy rate. Yeah, right?
And you see that like even at like Walmart.
Right.
Like. People just keep an eye open for just like weird stuff.
Who by themselves? Yeah. And like she was telling me a story about like it was some women snatching up little boys. Mm-hmm. Like what? Like I had never heard that before. Me either. Because you're just so used to seeing guys snatching up little girls. Yeah. And I was like, nah, it's just layered now. Like the game is changing all the time. Yeah. And so like I said, we're doing our best to try to prepare, right? But I think a lot of people just don't understand how harsh the world is. Maybe because they just didn't have it that way. For some people, they just had cookie cutter lives. Yeah. Right? It's like when I would mess with people, coaching at the private school and stuff, I always mess with the kids. I'm like, who actually had been into a fight? It's very rare, that the kid actually been to, and it's not a bad thing, but it's like, do you know how much of a blessing that is? To never have to have like some kind of altercation? Yeah. Just be able to like walk away from stuff or understand that you could.
Man, I was fighting every day.
Right, but I'm saying like, but because it was... You were built differently. Yeah. Like you had to stand on that. right? Like, nah, I'm not gonna take nobody's stuff.
My kids had me in the office in middle school. I was in there.
Yeah. I'm sure, but it's like we don't do that. We're not going for that.
Right.
It's like I said, it's just evolved. It's just different. You know, like I said, every day I walk on the campus and speak, I was like, man, it's weird because it's like what they know, what they see, everything is right there on the phone.
Right.
Like they have access to so much, but they don't know what to do with it.
But they said they have access to so much, but don't know a lot.
Well, because there's no understanding.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. They're not really living how we really live.
Yeah, because we had to find out how to get there.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, for example, you be doing algebra, right? And you can go put the phone in, put the problem in Google and get the equation spit right back out to, or Chat GPT or whatever, and just get the answer without knowing how to get there. Well, because we didn't have that stuff, we had to. Jeeves. I'm saying, like, we had to understand the process to getting there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
right.
Jeeves, right?
I'm saying, like, we had to understand. There was a process we had to learn to work out these problems.
Yeah.
Or they shortcutted it because they have a phone.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I said. Like, when I speak on success, I'm like, there is no app for that. You can't download success. Now, you got to do the work.
Right.
And kids don't want to do the work. They're looking for a shortcut because they have access to shortcuts on their phone all day. Or if they don't, they got a laptop or they got a Chromebook or a MacBook or something to that effect at school now where it's like, I just go type this in and figure it out. So they're not having to work for it. That's why I said because of those things, that's what made me change my approach to dealing with kids. Because I was
yard work.
But I was very much
They need to do yard work.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no shortcut.
No, you just gotta get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Mow a lawn.
Yeah.
But it's like, but because they don't have to get understanding, they struggle.
But
that's why I said it made me start talking to kids about like why you need to do this. Instead of just like I told you so, like you really don't get it. And I really gotta help you get this because I don't want you to make the mistake.
So like on the East Coast we should go shovel snow.
Exactly.
$10 in the house.
Hell, you can't pay me that.
What? You wanted money?
No.
We was going house to house.
Listen, I had a bad experience with shoveling snow. It was my fault, but
yeah. Next door, you need your sidewalk shovel, $10.
I remember doing
but see, East Coast, Chicago.
My parents had.
That's not my lifestyle, man. I'm a California kid.
Big front yard, a backyard, a side empty lot, and like maybe a side yard that was probably this way.
Ain't no way.
I had to do all that.
I remember
on myself.
When I lived in North Dakota. You know when they plow the streets.
Yeah.
The snow just go up against the cars on the street.
You got to shovel your car.
Right, but me being new, I had a men's league game. So I'm not even thinking about that.
If you don't
I'm thinking about
it freezes.
But I'm saying, I'm thinking I'm about to just go jump in the car.
Yeah.
But because I see the car when I look out the window, and I'm thinking I'm just going to knock it out real quick, not understanding how much the body exerts.
Yeah.
That's a workout. Shovel snow. I was like, man, by the time I got to the game, I ain't want to play the game. I'm close tonight. That was
that car on.
That was the beginning of Coach Davis. Oh yeah, you had to plug your car up. When I was living out there, like, what's this for? Yeah. To plug your car in. Like, that was just whole different energy, man. When I lived out there, whole different vibe. Like Cali, we spoiled.
Very much.
Like, I'll take it. I'll be that kid. I don't want to leave. And if I do, I ain't going where it's snow at.
No, I ain't going back east. I don't go back when it's. I went back for my grandma's funeral, but it was snowing there. But I normally go back in the fall and then in the spring.
But the older you get, we know it's harder to be in that when you get older.
Yeah.
The bones don't work the same. And when your parents used to talk about my bones is hurting, I get that. Yeah. I get that at 46. I feel every bit of that now. Like I don't even want to. Like somebody's actually playing basketball. I was like, nah. Like, you want to hoop? I was like, nah.
Right.
Like straight like that. There's no energy behind it. I'll cook you. You might.
Yeah. You can have that.
There was a time where I'd have been pissed. Now I'm just like, you know what? Yeah. Like I told Malcolm, I said, hey, it's gonna be 2 minutes. I'm gonna look amazing. Right. But after that,
I'm done.
It's over. If I can even keep up. Yeah. And if I keep playing, something's gonna hurt.
I found that out this summer racing one of my ex-players.
See?
I had a pulled hammy and a pulled thigh. So I ain't racing these. The other day you saw me. You want to race? No, you got it. You can beat me.
Yeah, like, see, that dude up there, as big as I was, them kids caught it. I used to get at them on the basketball court. And they was young, and it was not, hell no.
You were so
I was still big then. I wasn't even weighing what I weigh now. And I was getting at them. Now I'm like, nah, man. Yeah, for sure. Shit, there's a whole bunch of things you could have called me. And that one, that polo fit tight. You know, I think that was a 2X, and it was still a different time. You know what I mean? I had to get back right. So. But we had a long one, man. Any closing thoughts on anything we spoke about before we get up out of here tonight? Because we kind of went a lot of places with that conversation. Started one way, and then it went into a lot of other things that are impactful.
I just want to say, it definitely wasn't right for him to go out like that, Charlie Kirk.
Right.
And we're not condoning any of that type of stuff.
Nah.
On this podcast. So,
Veronica?
You said your 2X polo was tight, so health is wealth.
Fact. That's a fact.
I mean?
I'm so thankful I figured that part out of my life. Health is definitely wealth. We need to stay right. If you ain't right, get right, please, for your health.
Yep.
Because like I said, I want to see everybody live a long life. Unfortunately, we got to watch somebody not. So it just shows you how crazy the world is, right? The world is hard enough.
Pay attention to.
So like, pay attention to your kids. The world's crazy. Like I said, things like this unfortunately happen. The best thing you can do is take care of you, right? Like just to give yourself the best chance to live a good life while you actually have life. Because none of us know the day or the time. So like, take advantage of your opportunity. So thank you for tuning in. Janice, you ain't final thoughts? Probably not.
I said it. You took it from me.
I took your line. You know what? You know what?
Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your kids.
Whatever. That's good. That's good, bro.